tell me that doesn't look good. Hello Goblins and Goblinettes, welcome back to another edition of Destined to be Goblin. Destined Goblin and Sushi are here, and this is where I will try a food product of some kind, maybe something you didn't even know existed, and I will decide whether or not I should give it my Destined Goblin seal of approval. Alright, I was watching a video a little while back on CrazyDad Show. If you have not yet discovered CrazyDad Show on YouTube, definitely check them out over there. They make some fantastic videos. I will put a link to their channel in the description of this video. But they've got a very zany cast of characters over there. Crazy Dad, Nate Dogg, Wild Man. Check those guys out. They do some really good stuff. They do food challenges, and they do some fantastic product reviews. Crazy Dad reviewed Reese's Puffs Cluster Crunch cereal. And on the same day that I was watching that video, I actually went out to my grocery store, and lo and behold, guess what I found? So Crazy Dad made it look really good, so I figured I was going to go ahead and try this one as well. Supposedly, this is made with real Reese's peanut butter. Now, we've seen that before. A lot of times products say it's got real Reese's peanut butter in it and tastes nothing like a Reese's peanut butter cup. So we'll see if this one comes a little bit more true to the actual flavor of a Reese's peanut butter cup. But apparently this cereal also comes in another form, and I didn't even realize that this cereal was out there. But now it comes in what they're calling a Cluster Crunch cereal. There's a little paragraph on the back, and it says, "New Reese's Puffs Cluster Crunch cereal is crispy, crunchy, and packed with peanut butter and chocolatey flavor. It's a sensational new sensation for all 5 of your senses." So there you go. Got a very colorful package on the back there. So yeah, let's just go ahead and give this a shot. This is 160 calories for a 1 cup serving, 200 calories when you add it to half a cup of milk. Now, as I do all of my cereal reviews, I'm going to go ahead and try this just on its own and see what the flavor's like. And then, of course, I will add some milk. I already have half a cup of milk poured out into my bowl there. I realize that nobody eats their cereal like that, but for the purposes of my reviews, I always measure out exactly what the manufacturer says is a serving and add it to the amount of milk that they recommend. So again, that's just for purposes of the review. I realize that none of us eat our cereal like that. Let's get this open and see what this one's like. Wow, there is a strong peanut butter aroma coming off of this. Wow. And that actually smells very much like when you open a package of Reese's Cups. So this gives me some hope. That smells exactly like a package of Reese's peanut butter cups. So there's a look at those pieces inside of the box. Let's go ahead and get a couple of them. I see that there's some darker ones and some lighter ones. So I'm assuming what we're going for here is the chocolate coating and then the peanut butter itself. Let's try these each on their own. Let's see if the flavor's any different on them. Got some peanut butter flavor off of that. I'm assuming that was supposed to be the chocolate piece. I did get peanut butter flavor off of that. At first, it's not overly sweet, but there are some sections on those little clusters, I guess they're calling them, that have little pockets of icing on them that make them a little bit more sweet. Let me get a couple of those together. So I'll eat 2 of these together here. That is a nice peanut butter flavor on that. And I do sort of like this form. You know, a big part of cereal, a lot of cereals seem to be very similar as far as flavors, as far as the gimmicks that they add to them. And one of the things that separates a lot of cereals are the textures, are the size, the shapes, things like that. And I find this one sort of easy to eat. It crunches very nicely, and it sort of feels pleasant. There's some cereals are a little bit too hard, and they sort of tear up your mouth. I'm thinking of Captain Crunch. I love Captain Crunch, but it always tears up your mouth. This is a little bit easier to eat. That's a very good flavor on that. All right, let's pour out a 1 cup serving, and we will add that to our milk. All right, so there we go. We've got a sort of a heaping cup. Okay, so we've got that in our bowl with our milk. We're gonna let that soften up for just a moment. Of course, one of the big tests with any cereal is to see how it holds up in the milk. And I kind of find it interesting in this one that the manufacturer is recommending 1 cup to a half a cup of milk. So just a small portion of milk, twice as much cereal is what they are recommending there. We'll go ahead and get a scoop of that in the milk, and let's see what the flavor's like. And this, by the way, is Saki. And that is Sushi's brother. Sushi is right here now, so everybody's interested to see what I've got. Okay, so there is a good peanut butter flavor on that. It's a nice crunch that you get when it is in the milk. And it seems to be holding up pretty well. It's not getting too soggy too quickly, which can happen to a lot of cereals. Flavor's fading just a little bit as we go further on here. Overall, the flavor's still there. It's just diluting just a little bit in the milk as it sits a little bit longer. That's probably as accurate of a replicated flavor as I've seen in a while, if that makes any sense. The fact that they're trying to replicate the Reese's Peanut Butter Cup in this cereal, this one comes a little bit closer than a lot of the attempts at things that I've seen lately. I am really not minding this at all. This is very good. I'm pretty impressed that it is actually keeping its crunch pretty much all the way through. The thing that I'm just a little bit disappointed in is that it's losing a little bit of the flavor. It's fairly obvious that a lot of the flavor is coming from the glaze on each of the pieces. And when that is in the milk, that's where it sort of dilutes just a little bit. Okay, this is a hard one, and this is one of those products that makes me seriously want to consider start giving out half stars. The reason for that is because it's a very good flavor. As I said, it retains its crunch in the milk. It pretty accurately replicates that Reese's Peanut Butter Cup flavor. The one problem I have with it is that as it stays a little bit longer in the milk, it sort of loses a little bit of that flavor. It kind of dilutes just a little bit. So if that flavor were maybe baked into those puffs a little bit deeper, a little bit more, it might retain some of that flavor all the way through. So as a result, rather than give this a 3-star seal of approval, I'm going to give it a 2, but it is a very, very solid 2-star seal of approval, almost a 3. All right, there we go. Reese's Puffs Cluster Crunch. Look for this down your cereal aisle. Don't forget to check out CrazyDad Show. Again, that link will be right here in the description on this video. Check them out, and I will catch you next time.